Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum bum ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's go here. And oh wow. That's no good. Oh, there's the comment thing. I was all worried that the comments weren't going to come up in the screen. So I got it so it comes up there. Now there's a bunch of other things that I have written and displayed and layovers and things, but hopefully you'll be able to see the comments come up over there on your screen. And I see a thumbs up, which is great. Means we got some people here. So, hey, 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 all you hip chicks and hip cats. And Neen Boujou, I am Catherine M. Thompson, and let's get started because this is going to be a longer one than usual since I have so many things planned for you. And we're going to start with the land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that this Monday Live sits on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nations, the Six Nations of the Grand River, as well as the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe Nation, Haudenosaunee, and Wendat Confederacies, and the lands of many other Indigenous peoples who passed through or who called and still call this land their home. This territory is part of the Dish with One Spoon Treaty, an agreement between the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and allied nations to share and care for the land, for the resources actually around the Great Lakes. In making this statement, I acknowledge the truth of the lives that were taken and the agreements that were broken and the wisdom of the ancestors whose spirits live on in the soil, animals, and vegetation. In stepping on this land, we seek both forgiveness and permission from these ancestors with the agreement that we have the responsibility to honor and to respect all who are here now and all who have yet to come, recognizing that in many ways, these lands remain restricted from teachings, resources, and development in partnership with Indigenous peoples. And we're grateful for the opportunity we have to live, to receive gifts from, to work on, and to benefit from this land. And I just wanted to say that I am taking beginner Anishinaabe mowing. It is really hard for me anyway. I'm sure if I was like 25 years younger, it would be a piece of cake, but it is not now. I may have to take it a second time, but it's really interesting the way it works, the way the words are put together. Sort of certain meanings are linked. And happy Valentine's Day to you too. Absolutely, Kath Simonelli. And yeah, I'm going to, it's happy regardless of, if you're doing Solentine or Galentine or Palentine or Valentine's, depending on your circumstances. Because today is Monday, February 14th, it is Valentine's Day, and we're going to be doing love songs for Valentine's Day. And last Monday, I did a lot of pieces connected to friendships, among other things. And today, it's more about family love and being in love. And so I'll do a couple of fan favorites. I'm going to do two covers today, a story and a song that I've never released, although you've probably heard it before, some of you. And so one of your favorites is my mom and dad's story and family, and I'm going to do Swing Daddy now, which is always fun to do. Sorry, guys, it's not cooperating. Hold on. There it is.
Swing daddy, swing, swing daddy, swing daddy, swing.
Daddy was a bassman in a swing band. In those dirty 30s, dark depression days, they played dance halls in Hamilton. Muskoka dance pavilions, he played that up right at the old Palais.
Swing daddy, swing.
His bass rode high up on the band car rooftop, And late one night the wind became fierce. It threw his case into the ditch, smashed that fiddle all to bits, and Daddy waved goodbye to his career.
Swing, Daddy, swing.
His 30s taught Daddy's law. Make good with what you got. You can do what you have to do to see it through. If you swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Thump that rhythm, dance all night and day.
Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy.
Swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Then Daddy took the reins up on a bread truck, delivered to the store that Mama ran. She'd been out dancing with her pals, heard him swing those big dance halls. He bought a book of matches and love began. Then Daddy drove the railway locomotives all up and down the New York Central line, while Mama cooked and Mama sewed. They built up a happy home, half a dozen children strong and
Swing, Daddy,
fine.
swing.
The 30s taught Daddy's law. Make good with what you got. You can do what you have to do to see it through. If you swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Thump that rhythm, dance all night and day. Swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Well, in the end, he was a labor leader when he was 62 at a railroad union due. They let him sit in for a set. Daddy hadn't lost it yet. He played that bass the way he used to do. And that's Malcolm Connors sitting in for Daddy. Well, now you've heard the story of our family, and every single word of it is true. Daddy was a bass man, playing in a swing band, and Daddy, we're so glad Mama swung with you. Hey, 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 swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Mama, swing. Thump that rhythm, dance all night and day. Swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Mama, swing. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Play that bass, chase those blues. Play that bass and chase those blues away. Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy. Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy. Swing, Daddy, swing, swing, Daddy, swing. Swing, Daddy, swing. Hey, Kath, maybe it's just you and I here. You know what? I meant to turn this lamp on. I'm trying a new thing. Oh, well, that doesn't do much. I put a lamp up, yeah, anyway, it's not really doing much. So, bright sunlight today, and I set things up facing the normal way, which was a mistake. I should have had it turned away. Anyway, this will have to do. Sunshine on my chin. Yeah, nice. It's great to see you. I don't know if you're the only one watching, but I did want to mention out loud while we're doing this that if you go to one of the notices, any notice that you've seen of this show, if you tap it, even if the link isn't printed there, if you just tap the notice, it should take you right to the YouTube live. You know, it's been a bit crazy trying to get this all sorted out, but that should work. If, on the other hand, Kath Simonelli is the only one watching, well, hey, great. Have a great day, Kath. It's wonderful to see you. So what have you got to, what are you saying here? Happy Valentine's Day to us. Yeah, you know what we're going to do, which is great. We found this bar called Gator Ted's, which is like, you know, they have usual bar menus, pub menu kind of thing. But for special days, they make a special menu. Like, I don't know if they hire another chef or the chef gets to go crazy. So we are going to pick up at 6:30 a prime rib dinner for JD and a salmon and shrimp dinner for me, because I don't eat beef. And the problem with a lot of the vegetarian meals, which of course they've got one, I can't even remember what it is now, but it is not gluten-free, which is what I need. So there you go. You are virtual hug. Oh yes, absolutely. Hugs back. Just great to see you. And the pictures, well, you know, that's the thing, eh? And my dad he was a very handsome man. He wasn't tall. I think he was about 5'10". You know, he wasn't over 6 foot or anything. But, you know, he had broad shoulders and a barrel chest, and he was very athletic when he was a young man. He didn't keep any of that. I never knew him do it. Other than swimming and throwing us around in Lake Erie, I don't remember him ever doing an athletic thing in my life. I'm going to turn this way a little bit just so it's not killing me. And the thing about the pictures, yeah, that's just a smattering of the pictures that I have. And there's like the Hamilton Hoppers. Unfortunately, by the time I was kind of gearing up to actually making a music video for it, I know what I can do. I can actually turn this. Aha. See, I'm so dumb. I can't even. No. That's just going to make it worse. Oh, well. Sort of interesting. No, that's not going to work for me. Sorry, folks. I don't know if it helps if I go this way. Well, that's actually a little better. Oh, good. Then my whole face is in shadow instead of just my upper face. We'll try that. Anyway, those pictures are just a smattering of the ones that I have, but I also want to incorporate some dance scenes for the choruses. I want to get the Hamilton Hoppers or one of the other groups that is accomplished at Swing Dance to do those, to do a scene like, so we can capture that and put it in with the chorus. So, and if you PayPal me any kind of little gift, e-transfer, anything to support, will cover the expense of future music and lyric videos, particularly number one, a music video for Swing Daddy. And I've got a fair amount now, but not enough to cover the cost of a music video. And I'm still waiting for the opportunity to get the Hamilton Hoppers involved. I'm sorry, guys, you're going to see my lit up chin, because either way that I turn makes it hard for me to actually see, not just see what I'm doing, but to see like my script and things like that. So there you go. Yeah, so I'm going to sing, I'm going to do a cover now, and it's a cover that, it just was a song. I don't know how this came to me. It just sort of came into my head, but it's certainly a song that I love. It's one that, you know, back in the day, everybody did it. Billie Holiday did it. Fred Astaire, no, not Fred Astaire. Let me get this in the middle. There we go. What was I going to say? Frank Sinatra, you know, that sort of thing. And I'm going to take a drink of water first, because this week, okay, I did my Monday Live. I've already got the winter allergies going on. Tuesday, they came in and put in a new sump pump. They filled the entire basement, which is where my office is. The door was closed, thank heavens, and it's pretty much sealed top and bottom. But they had to, you know, dig a bigger hole and put a pipe through the wall and stuff. And as a result, we have fine cement dust everywhere. So my allergies just have gone nuts. And not only that, but my asthma, which is worse in the cold weather, is crazy. So I'm even more gravelier than I usually am. But so I'm going to get a drink of water first this time. In fact, I'm going to have a bit of tea with some stuff in it to help. I hope. And so this is a cappella, of course. Chances are, 'cause I wear a silly grin, the point of view. Chances are you think that I'm in love with you. Just because my composure sort of slips the moment that your lips meet mine. Chances are you think my heart's your Valentine. In the magic of moonlight, when I sigh, hold me close, dear. Chances are you believe the stars that fill the skies are in my eyes. Guess you feel you'll always be the one and only one for me. And if you think you could, well, chances are, your chances are awfully good. In the magic of moonlight, when I sigh, hold me close, dear. Chances are you believe the stars that fill the skies are in my eyes. Guess you think you'll always be the one and only one for me. Well, if you think you could, then chances are your chances are awfully good. Well, chances are your chances are awfully good. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so I love that song. It's a good old one. And it was written by two men, Al Stillman and Robert Allen. Don't know them as songwriters, but there you go. So there is a song from Celtic Cat, sung by a.k.a. Emily Brady on the CD, which springs from the story of my brother-in-law's immigration to Australia in 1965, falling for his wife and for the land, which I understood immediately on my first visit in 1994. I wrote one verse for it while I was there, and many years later, in a song studio in 2012 or 13 or so, I had a mentor who guided me into thinking about how to finish the song, and so we got it done. And so here's Stay Down Here With You to the backing track. Which I have to find. And that is Ian Harper with the wonderful Uilleann pipes, which is an Irish bagpipe. Hey, Marianne, nice to see you. I came from icy winters after years of stormy weather to see if warm Australia was the land to call my own. Then the moment that I saw you, I had to be here with you to fill my life with sunshine. You gave my heart a home, and my heart soars the skies above the red hills of Australia, sweeps the tops of gum trees, reaching high into the blue. And I will leave all that is old and has the comfort of familiar to sail across the seas, to stay down here with you. We will drift across the green fields, hand in hand forever, searching through the dream time for a place to call our own. On through days of golden wattle and nights like dark and crystal, we will always be together. We will never be alone. My heart will soar the skies above the red hills of Australia. Sweep the tops of gum trees, reaching high into the blue. And I will leave all that is old and has a comfort of familiar, to sail across the seas, to stay down here with you. My heart will soar the skies above the red hills of Australia. Sweep the tops of gum trees, reaching high into the blue. And I will leave all that is old and has the comfort of familiar, to sail across the seas, to stay down here with you. And I will sail across the seas, and I will stay down here with you. So that's, actually, that is another one I'll be able to do a really nice lyric video to, because I have a lot of images from Australia, both mine and JD's, but Lee is also an extraordinary photographer. So I'll be able to get some from him, or he's already sent us some. But anyway, today being about family love, here's my own story. And we're still together. And it's never been recorded. And I think I sang it to you sometime pretty recently. And it's called Dancing at the Store Club. It's had several manifestations, I would say. There's a lot of repeats and things taken out, so it's pared down a bit. I don't know if it's pared down too much or not, but at any rate, we'll do it. This is called Dancing at the Store Club. We rode the LNPS to Port Stanley, summertime at its best, sunning on the sand, diving under the waves, dancing at the Store Club at the end of the day. The first time that we met, I was not yet 16. The night was dark, the fires were low. We walked the beach, I watched you throw a log of burning embers to the sky, which left a trail of starlight as it fell into the lake to softly die. And your deep voice sent shivers through me, speaking of the curve in space, Einstein's theory, time's continuum. Even though I could not see your face, I fell in love. We rode the LNPS to Port Stanley, summertime at its best, sunning on the sand, diving under the waves, dancing at the Store Club at the end of the day. The second time we met, when I was past 16, the day was bright, your friend too bold. I walked away, you watched me go, then found a telephone to call my home, which left a trail of starlight. When you asked me to the dance, our love was born. And your deep voice sent shivers through me. Even though you could not see my face, you fell in love. For over 50 years we've told our story, a night of glory, a summer love, of how your voice sent shivers through me. Even though I could not see your face, we fell in love. yes to Port Stanley, summertime at its best. Sunning on the sand, diving under the waves, dancing at the Stork Club. We go dancing at the Stork Club, and we'll be dancing at the Stork Club till the end of our days. La 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 la, la 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 la. Yeah, Marianne, it's great to see you too. And don't worry about being late because you can always watch these back. And I'm just thinking to myself, I sure hope, I think I sent the email from my website, but I can't be positively sure. I know I was trying to do it a little earlier in the week. Gee, I hope I did. I'm really trying to get in the habit of doing that, and I really want everyone who follows me to go and sign up for my website. And I'm thinking of thinned it out a little bit, and we're just taking down a couple of poems, and but I'm thinking of getting at the photographs next, and maybe doing an album of me back from these photos I had taken in 1983 when I was dancing a lot. Still, I was 35, but a young photographer at Sheridan College, David Fung, took some photos of me in motion, and I really do quite love them. Can't do any of them anymore, but I love looking at the photos to remind me. And I did send it out. Oh, great, Marianne. Thank you for telling me. So sweet and blessed. So, I think you meant sweet, but you said wheat. Sweet and blessed. Okay, I'll take that, Kathy. That's great. Yeah, so I promised you a story back at the beginning. I was saying I was going to do this and that and the other thing and tell you a story. So, settle in, because this is convoluted, like most of the stories in my family. They're very tagged, all sorts of things tagged together. But this has something that happened recently, and it was kind of a full circle thing. So most days I put my feet up and watch TV for an hour, rest after lunch because I can't sleep during the day. Never have been able to since I was about 6 months old. And last week I discovered that Amazon Prime had Peter Gunn, which is a series at least it started in 1958. And hearing the theme music, I would sneak down to the hallway to watch because I could see the TV from there. It was created by Blake Edwards. It was a noir, black and white, half-hour crime drama. And I'm telling you, I've watched about 4 of them now, and I still love it. Yeah, you meant sweet. I thought that. So Peter Gunn is played by Craig Stevens, and the character, and he did this beautifully, was a cool, sophisticated, good-looking guy, very much a Cary Grant type, which I discovered a few years later when I saw Hitchcock's North by Northwest, and I immediately got a fan crush on Cary Grant. In fact, just so you know, although some of you might disagree, the best screen kiss ever was between Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint on a train in that movie. Okay, so if you ever get a chance to watch North by Northwest, just watch for that. Anyway, I digress. So Peter Gunn hangs out at a jazz club called Mother's, and the jazz singer, Lola Albright, is played by Edie Hart, and Peter are obviously lovers. In fact, there's some pretty steamy little scenes, considering that twin beds were in all the rom-coms, like the Dick Van Dyke Show and the I Love Lucy show and everything. They all slept in twin beds several feet apart, and it's like nobody ever had sex and nobody ever got pregnant and all that sort of thing. But they're it's pretty hot. So in the first episode, Lola sings Day In and Day Out. And I'm going to do it for you now, and I'm going to carry on with the story. I just have to make sure I've got the words here. And this is another a cappella piece. It's a song by Johnny Mercer and a guy named Rube Bloom, or Ruby Bloom, but I think it's Rube Bloom. Day in, day out, that same old voodoo follows me about. That same old pounding in my heart whenever I think of you. And darling, I think of you day in and day out. Day out, day in. I needn't tell you how my days begin. When I awaken with a tingle. One possibility in view. That's the possibility I may be seeing you. Come rain, come shine. I meet you, and to me that day is fine. Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar, 1,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can't it be any doubt when there it is, day in, day out? Come rain, come shine. I meet you, and to me the day is fine. Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar, 1,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can there be any doubt when there it is, day in, day out? Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar, 1,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can there be any doubt when there it is, day in, day out? So that's another one of my old favorite songs, but I think I practice it a little bit higher. But anyway, that's the sort of song that if you look it up, you will find Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, all the big 50s crooners were singing that song because it's just a wonderful song. And women as well, men and women, both. So to go on, fast forward about 5 years, and Lillian Marlowe Graham, who was my jazz dance teacher, choreographed what she called a beatnik jazz dance to Henry Mancini's theme from Peter Gunn. Very, very cool. Very cool dance. Well, JD and I started dating in December of 1963. And that spring, he had a party. Not 63, but 64. He had a party. And I believe that it was the moment in our particular world, in our neighborhood, in St. Thomas, where the beat generation and the hippie generation met. And I'll tell you why. Because his friend, our friend Jack, played bongos while JD read from Jack Kerouac's Mexico City Blues, and I did my Peter Gunn dance all through the living room and dining room, looking very beat in black jazz pants and a shocking pink and black vertical striped shirt and pale pink lipstick. And JD put on the first Beatles album in Canada, Beatlemania. The tide had turned. And and then, of course, we were definitely part of the hippie generation that kind of evolved over the next few years. But it's a very clear memory, and it's all sort of tied together. And I still have a crush on Cary Grant. I mean, that's a lifelong thing. If I ever get to see a Cary Grant movie on TV, I'm like, yes. It takes To Catch a Thief, and oh my gosh, there's just hundreds of them. I can't think of them all. So this is a real reach to get to my screen here, so I don't get into put my CD covers up again. So the CD covers are up for sale on my website, as you know, in the store. No, that's just not going to work. I got to stay back here. In the store, tax and post included. You can DM me, or you can also get the single CDs on there on my website. They are, if you DM me, that's the thing. They will be the original price, which is what I sell them for at a show or something. If I ever get to do a show again, Wildcat for $15, Cool Cat for $12, and Celtic Cat for $7. And they are a slightly lower price on the website. Be sure to sign up. You can also get all my music on Apple. You can like, share, and follow. And if you do order something from me, let me know when the order arrives. I do at some point want to get some stickers made with for each of them. You know, a Celtic cat, a cool cat, and a wild cat. But I haven't got that done yet. So the thing is that, and I want you to take note of this, Easy Chair from Cool Cat, which they sang last week, is on the Women of Substance radio podcast. That's WOS radio podcast. Or sometimes I see it now called music podcast, so that's kind of confusing. But it's number 1337. And you can, you know, if you listen to Spotify, you can get it through Spotify. And Oh Baby Make Love to Me from Wildcat is on the 1342 podcast. And they're both on the Love Songs for Valentine's playlist on Spotify, which is like a 5-hour playlist of all the songs from all the podcasts that they've done from January 31st until today. Now, before I sing it, I'm going to have a close look at your messages here. And next on my list to watch. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, who knows? You might not like it at all, but I love it. Who doesn't have a crush on Cary Grant? Male or female? Yes, that's right. I don't know about some of the men I know would never admit it, that's for sure. And so I'm going to take that down, and I'm going to go back to, so you can see me. Here we go. And I get in the shadow a bit again, so I don't get blinded. So this is Oh Baby Make Love to Me. I'm not going to sing it a cappella. That is true. I've got to put it on the vocal track. No vocal track. Where is it? It's up here. Because, you know, a little sexy song. To give me what I want, you need a fire in your belly, need a fine touch, a firm touch, a can full of jelly, need your mojo working all the day and night. You got to love me rough, to treat me right. You got to keep it coming, I'm a love machine. So get your hands out your pockets, make love to me. Oh baby, make love to me. Oh baby, make love to me. Give me what I need, you got to hold on tight. It takes a rough ride, a smooth ride, it takes all night. There ain't no time for sleeping on this merry-go-round. You got to keep it coming up and going down. So let's get back in the saddle, if you know what I mean. Oh baby, make love to me. Oh baby, make love to me. Give me what I want, you need a fire in your belly, need a fine touch, a firm touch, a can full of jelly, need your mojo working all the day and night. You got to love me rough, to treat me right. You got to keep it coming, I'm a love machine. So get your hands out your pockets, make love to me. Oh baby, 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 make love to me again. Oh baby, make love to me. 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 Oh, baby, make love to me. Hey. Well, it's a good thing we got to the end, because even though I made sure this was 100% charged, that is the laptop, It's telling me that your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. So that was about it. I just want to show you one thing real quick. I've had a picture of this on, so I hope you can see it. So this is my, let me put it over here. Oh, there it goes. So if you look at the very top of the blossoms, you can see a bit of yellow maybe. Anyway, got 3 stalks this time, and I'm beginning to think that that cactus adds a stalk every time it decides to bloom. So, thank you all. Miigwech. Did it wrong. Try it again. Thank you all. Miigwech. See you Monday. Bama P.